every little thing adds up. So I wanted to give you an update on what we have spent in here so far on the projects that we have tackled. No, never mind. That's stupid. Livable. Game party. You have to hang out with this storm though. Good morning. It is Thursday. I don't know the actual date. But what that means is that we have had 3 full days of really nothing happening out here. Going back to work and the kids going back to online school has really slowed us down tremendously. Right now, I have 2 kids in online classes, which means my daughter is using my laptop, and that means I can't work. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to give you an update. And my update is that we have done nothing since the last video. So Scott actually got sick on Monday afternoon, and because of the nature of his work, he was required to go get a COVID test taken. We were pretty confident his symptoms were all caused by the dust and the work in here. So we had to go get a test. Test came back negative yesterday. He is required to stay off work until next Monday, which means hopefully tomorrow, which is my day off as well, we'll be able to get back in here and get some more done. Cut out those windows. Over the course of this pandemic, I have been consuming a lot of YouTube. I was following some couples who live in vans and travel the world. When COVID hit, they were required to come home and they started pouring their energy into building projects. So building cabins in the woods, fixing up cottages, whatever. That may be partly to blame for some of my inspiration here. But one of the things that has always frustrated me about those videos is that they never talk about what it costs. And so I watch them and all I'm seeing are numbers because every little thing adds up. So I wanted to give you an update on what we have spent in here so far on the projects that we have tackled. And then I will do a cost update later just to give you an honest look at what a project like this might cost. Now, I am a penny pincher. I love a deal. I will shop around. I will buy used. I love vintage, not vintage prices, but I like finding pieces that people don't know what they're worth. I'm not really at that stage yet, but as far as building supplies, we do shop around, and so we are probably doing this much cheaper than someone who's making money on providing content. This is what we are spending. It may not be what you spend if you decide to renovate a shed at your place, but here's what we're looking at. So far, our ceiling, which has included insulation, vapor barrier, drywall, I've thrown in the drywall mud and the tape that we need to complete the ceiling, also including the special heavy-duty masks that Scott and Liam wore when they took down the old insulation, and those disposable coveralls. That's all included in the price. What we have spent on the ceiling is $874.56, which feels like an awful lot to me. A funny story, we went to Home Hardware to pick up our insulation and to order our drywall. Drywall won't fit in our van, so we did have to get it delivered. You saw that last time. They quoted us some crazy 400 and something price for 15 sheets of drywall. So Scott brought up on his phone the Home Depot drywall price, which was half. They were like, oh yeah, we have some here for $12.50 a sheet. So ask questions, push back, know your prices when you go in, otherwise you get taken. If Scott hadn't paid attention to the bill, actually looked through the paperwork, you just kind of throw out your debit card and trust that they have your best interest in mind. Really, you're not the priority. They just want to make the sale and move on to the next person. Flooring will be our next project. And so we have purchased the flooring. We have purchased self-leveling cement and primer to prep the floor before we lay down the flooring. So far for flooring, we have spent $245.87. We still have to purchase this special rollout bubble vapor barrier underlay. It runs about $80 to $90 a roll, and we need 4 rolls, so we will be adding that expense to the floor. But remember that we saved a crazy amount by buying used flooring. We only paid $150, and that is included in the $245. So I'm feeling good about the flooring. We have purchased primer for the walls because we are painting this paneling rather than drywalling over that. We've already purchased the primer and rollers. For that, we have spent $60.40. All in all, that is $1,180.83. I have not included the tools that we purchased. We are not construction workers. We did not have a good supply of reliable tools, so we did buy a full rigid toolkit that came with sawzall, table saw, drill. I think there's something else. It doesn't matter. So we purchased a full kit. There were other tools, accessories, pieces you add on that we also purchased. I'm not including that in this rollout because those are things that will benefit our life down the road and aren't strictly a chicken house expense. And then I've sold things on Marketplace. Started off really hot. Quick sales. So the things that are still listed, I'm going to need to repost and put them in front of people again. But I have made $202 through Marketplace sales, which is great because it gets stuff out of here. And that brings our total spent so far down to $978.83. So that's where we're at. In my head, I've kind of hung on to a goal budget of $4,000. I would love to come in under that. We will see. There are always little things that crop up. You know, things like deciding to do the installation. We weren't expecting that. Or I thought we could get away without it. But that's okay because once this is done, it's gonna stand for a long time, right? It's gonna be a usable space. If my business goes on to grow beyond this, because I do ultimately want to have a storefront, I want to run events, I want to have workshops and writers gatherings and book signings and launch events, things like that. So I would like to move to that point down the road. This can still be my office though. There's no reason why not. We're not wasting anything by fixing this up. If anything, we are adding to the equity of our property. When I was looking at storefronts before, I was looking from like bottom end $600 a month for rental up to like $2,000 mortgage payments. Like if I was gonna pay $2,000 a month rent, why not put 2 months rent into a renovation on my own property, build up my own equity, and then save all the other months? My current concern is internet, because we are between 50 and 100 feet from the main house, from our router. So I put an ask out on my Facebook author page asking for advice, recommendations. So I got some good ideas to explore. There's a man who actually spent one summer playing music with him. He is sending me an extender, a signal booster in the mail for free. He didn't want me to send him even postage just because he doesn't use it, so I'm gonna try it and see if it does anything. I have reached out to our current internet provider, who I will not name, but we were a bunch of ninnies. We don't have a lot of good things to say about them. I did find out we are eligible for this new, they made it sound like I'd won the prize, whatever. So a technician is coming out next Tuesday to try and give us better home internet. So if I can piggyback off of that, that'd be great. Some of the comments that have come on my Facebook page, it looks like there are a lot of options out there. So there will be something that I can do. And that's an awful lot of me talking. So have you had enough yet? Because, I mean, I wish I could show you great progress. I wish we moved on to the floor by now. We still haven't cleaned the windows that we got because it's been so cold. I think it's supposed to get up to 4 degrees today or something. So the idea of, you know, getting out the hose and spraying them down is just gross. But we'll get there. It's supposed to warm up a bit tomorrow, so we may get in a good work day, I hope. I really thought we'd have more time during the work week. We don't. So that's where we're at. Money spent. We're about halfway through that spending. And of course I didn't talk about decor, but I will be reusing a lot of pieces I already have and thrifting a lot and searching out that great deal. So stay tuned.